Hi guys, what's up? It's ItsAnnaLouise and welcome back to a brand new video. You guys, today's video is a little bit different from what I normally do. Usually I would do like a travel vlog. However, even though I like to film them pretty good, they don't do the best on my channel. So I'm like, okay, if they're not gonna do the best on my channel and you guys don't really care, then I'm just gonna enjoy my vacation. But today I thought it'd be a really good idea to walk through one of the locations I went on my vacation and tell you stuff that I recommend, because this is a very popular like destination and a lot of you also may be interested in going here, Salem, Massachusetts. So I figured what I would do is do like a what I recommend doing, how it was there versus what I think is really not worth it. So if you are interested in seeing that, I will also be putting pictures on the screen and like little footage here and there so you guys can get a good look at it. But if you're interested, then make sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave and hit that bell button notification so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And let's go ahead and hop right on in. Alright guys, so I've wanted to go to Salem ever since I was a little girl, and just recently, last week, hasn't even been a week yet actually, I got to go for the first time because I graduated from college. Insert picture here. I graduated with my bachelor's in Manchester, New Hampshire. My bachelor's was in creative writing and English. I am a business owner, but I also write and am working on my first novel, so I wanted to further my education. It was an amazing time. I'm very thankful for it, and as part of that trip, we went to Salem, Massachusetts. I'm obsessed with all things spooky, witchy, all of that good stuff. And I'm also a history lover, so I really wanted to go and visit Salem. I have a lot of opinions on it, and that's why I wanted to make this video. So I'm going to be telling you what we did and what I think is worth it, some cool businesses maybe you can visit, and what I think was not worth it, because I do have especially one big one. So first of all, I want to say that we did go of course in November, and I believe we went on November the 20th. The cold didn't bother me. It was cold, however there was a lot of wind, and the wind is what is hard. So if you don't do good with the cold, maybe it's not the best time for you to go, or if you think you can get by with it, I would definitely recommend some earmuffs or a toboggan. One good thing I will say about Salem is I think that everything is pretty accessible for walking distance. It's not like you're in New York City or anything like that where you're going to be walking miles and miles, even to and from sometimes a subway station. Like, it's probably going to be like a half a mile here or there. And I bring this up because I don't do good walking pretty far distances. The only issue with me was I made the bad decision to wear Doc Marten boots that gave me an awful blister. So that was really my only problem. However, I want to mention that it is pretty walkable, and a lot of the really popular destinations to visit are all right by each other, including if you needed to go in a shop and kind of get warm or maybe sit down and rest. Everyone there is definitely very friendly, and I really like the vibes from the people and the shop owners there as well. And so I'm sure they wouldn't mind you going in there if you did not feel well and you needed to sit. Plus, there are a lot of restaurants all around there where you can go in and have a drink, have a bite to eat, and sit down and rest as well. So I want to tell you everything that I did when I was there. I went with my husband, my mom, well, and myself, of course. We parked for the day, and then we started to walk. The main two things that I loved the most, you guys, and I do highly recommend, and I want to also note that these things can be free, or you can opt to pay for a portion of them. But honestly, my favorite part was just getting pictures in front of these classic locations. The very first one is the Hocus Pocus house. If you are a huge fan of Hocus Pocus, like I am, I love the movie so much, you can visit the Hocus Pocus house there. The Hocus Pocus house is the one that is Allison's house, where they go visit the party. If you know, or if you don't know, at the very beginning of the movie, they go to visit her house and they're dressed up in their colonial, outfits. That house is right in the heart of Salem, and it's really beautiful. It's a really nice mansion, and it does have a name that is not just the Hocus Pocus house, even though most people know it as that. So I think you can easily find it. as the Hocus Pocus house, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you the actual name of the house. It's called Rope's Mansion. So if you want to find it, you can look it up probably in GPS by Rope's Mansion. And it's a really awesome place just to go get your picture beside it. If you do choose to go in like October around Halloween, they actually do decorate it to look just like the scene that you see with the mansion itself, and that's pretty cool. I didn't get to see that, but it was still worth it. I got some really cute pictures in front of it and it was a success. I loved getting to see it. Furthermore, one house over is another like awesome site with my one regret. One house over is the witch's house. Now the witch's house was I think it is the only remaining building still in Salem that was actually tied to the witch trials, where they had trials, like actually did the court proceedings inside of it. And like I said, literally one house over. It is the coolest looking house. It is like a matte black with really cool architecture. And my one regret is I wish I would have done the museum part of it, like actually walked in and got to look at it. I didn't get to do that. We ran out of time and I chose the one thing that I think isn't worth it, that I'll be getting to. And this may surprise you, and I really want to give you this tip so you don't waste your time and money. But that's the one thing I regret, is like not going into it. However, I did get a really cute picture, once again, outside of it, and it was still really good to see because I am interested in the history of it. If you're interested in that, I'm sure you would like it too. So that was that one, and they are right by each other. That was my phone. Anyway, then you can just go and walk around. We, after that, went, I believe, to the shops. So they do have a lot of really cute shops, whether it is even like a comic book store my husband wanted to go in that has like comics and records and figurines. A lot of cool stuff. I saw tattoo shops down there if you want to go get a tattoo. We actually did highly consider doing that, but then we didn't end up doing it. But they do have some. They have obviously a plethora of restaurants. They have ice cream shops. They have coffee shops. And my favorite business that we went in, that I actually got some really cute decor for my home, is called Oak and Moss. It was really, really cute in there. They sell like plants as well, and just the vibes are amazing, and it smells so good in there, and I definitely do highly recommend it. I got a cute wall hanging that says "I put a spell on you" to hang in my bedroom. So cute. So that one's really cool. We went in another really aesthetically pleasing shop called House Witch, and it's spelled like H-A-U-S and then witch, so it's not like an actual house, but you get what I'm saying. Really cute businesses, and I definitely recommend those too. Furthermore, we went to the other really cool site, especially if you were into the witch trials with the 19 hanged. There is the really famous cemetery, and you pass it. It is, I think, in GPS, if you want to look it up, it is the Witch Memorial. And you go there. It's really cool. They have all these different seatings with a rose and just like altar things on there that people have left for each of the people that were unfortunately hung, or the one person who was not stoned but pressed. I don't know the word for it, but anyway, it's really, really cool to see. And then you can tour the graveyard as well. It's just an easy walk through that you do. You don't pay for it, and you can see all the really cool old headstones, and I kind of geeked out over them because of like the writings on them and like how they just spoke back then. As an English major, it was really cool, so I find that really cool. But you can walk all through that, and it is really neat. Highly recommend. As windy as it was, I don't know how those roses did not fly off of those stone like things. They were not even like pressed down. I don't know, but anyway, super cool. Next, if you're into like really spooky hotels and everything, one of the most like famous hotels, which is the Hawthorne Hotel, is in the heart of Salem. It looks really cool. We just looked at it from the outside. I wanted to get my sights upon it. Basically, Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote the Scarlet Letter in there, which I find to be super cool. I love his story, Young Goodman Brown. I did a paper over it in college, and I found that really interesting. The cast of Bewitched stayed there too while filming some in Salem. I love Bewitched. I watched it all the time as a kid, and So that's definitely a cool place to see. And if you do like Bewitched yourself, there is a statue site in honor of Elizabeth Montgomery, who plays Samantha from Bewitched. It's a really cool statue, and I got my picture by it because I'm a fan. And it was put there in honor of TV Land, or by TV Land, in honor of the show, and that's a really cool thing to see there as well. Now, if you're interested in the one thing that I regret, and I do not think it is worth your money personally, okay? So if you've ever learned anything or know anything about the witch trials at all, like the story, or you can easily just Google it. I mean, I don't know, I learned this stuff in school. I will tell you, I regret going to the Witch Museum. I should have looked at what it actually was, and that may be on me before I went in there. It's not a museum. It's not, I mean, in my opinion, it's not like you don't walk in and see a bunch of artifacts and cool stuff like that. You pay money, like $13 a ticket, and then you go in, and the first interactive thing, you just sit down and they just tell a story of, basically if you've seen Arthur Miller's The Crucible, it just tells the story of what happened with the witch trials. So you just sit there and listen to a man talk in a dark room, and then when that's done, after 20 minutes, you walk up the stairs to a timeline on a wall and 3 wax figures and listen to them talk, and then you're done. That is all it is, for $13 a piece. And it's I learned this in school, and it's something that you can read in 5 minutes on Google. It is not a real museum, in my opinion. I feel bad talking so negatively about it, but it did take up I think it was an hour, so it took up an hour of daylight time by the time we did everything else, and I just don't think it was worth it at all for what I feel like a lot of people probably already know about the witch trials themselves. So that is my one regret. I don't really recommend going there. If you have way more time and you want to go there, if you're staying there multiple days, or just may have longer time than I did, then maybe you want to go. But I just honestly don't recommend it for the money and the time and what you're actually seeing. It seems just kind of gimmicky, and once again, I feel bad saying that, but I just don't think it's worth it. But anyway, that's my little rundown of Salem. I loved the first things, seeing Hocus Pocus and going in the shops and the witch house itself. I thought that was really awesome, and it was amazing to actually get to go there. Have you been to Salem? Let me know what you love down below. And other than that, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I make all kinds of content, and I would love to have you. You can do that by hitting my face right here. You could watch another video by clicking right over there. It would mean the world to me if you would do so, and I hope you have a great day or night or whenever you may be watching this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!